Welcome to B2B with Randy and Craig, where we discuss the rise, the falls,
and the kick.
No, especially not today.
Kicking
We're
today.
not kicking anybody any place. That we're not doing. It's Sunday morning. Hey, I'm here today, and Craig's here with me, with John and Mark Cronin of John's Crazy Socks. Welcome, guys.
Wow, thank you so much, Craig and Gritty. Thank you so much for having on your podcast. I'm really excited.
We're so excited. I saw he said your name first.
He said Craig and Randy.
Normally we redo that, but we'll give it to you. Anyway, my first question I got to ask you, now that I know how excited you are to be here, why socks?
Why socks? It's fun. It's colorful. It's creative. It always let me be me. I want crazy socks my whole life. My dad and I tried to look for those socks.
Really?
Okay.
Really? So you started out saying bright, colorful. That's what you said about the socks, first thing. Bright, colorful socks are kind of new, right? Socks used to be blue and brown and
white
black with a gold toe.
Right.
Now, you guys do
Well,
some cool socks.
here's the thing, right? Socks let you express who you are, your personality, your mood. You're always saying, right? They let me be me.
Absolutely.
So many of us, we wear a uniform.
Right.
It
right.
might be a suit and tie. It might be khakis and a polo shirt. It might be a school uniform.
Right, right.
But you can wear socks
Always.
to say, this is who I am.
So especially in today's world, because people aren't wearing ties like they used to. Back when I was growing up, you wore a tie.
Mm-hmm.
Now, not so much. But socks are a way to express yourself. I love it.
Right.
How did the idea of doing this come about?
Well, you want to tell them the whole story?
Sure, Dad.
All right. Well, the story starts in a small log cabin in the woods.
No.
I was ready for.
I was sold.
Craig, you had us.
I was getting the popcorn out.
No, it starts here on Long Island in Huntington,
Right.
back in the fall of 2016. And where were you?
I was at a hunting high school. I'm going to be my last day of school.
So John's like everybody else, trying to figure out what comes next. Right. And what were you looking
I
at?
like a job, program, and school. I can't find crap that I don't like.
So, you're out there in the audience, in case you don't know. John, among other things, you're an entrepreneur, a dancer, a
Yes.
speaker, a sock tycoon.
A
Yes.
sock tycoon.
But he also has Down syndrome.
Yes.
I do.
So he's looking for something, can't find anything he likes. And this is an unfortunate reality. Only 1 in 5 people with the disability are employed in this country.
Are you kidding me?
It's awful.
That's a terrible number.
But John here, you're a natural entrepreneur.
Yes, I am.
You didn't see a job you wanted. What'd you say?
I said, I want to create one. I want to make one. I told my dad I was going to be with him. And nice fellas have been together.
That's an entrepreneur. That's an entrepreneur.
Yes.
All the time. Yeah, and I'm a lucky man. I've got 3 sons.
Yes, you are.
And this is one I could work with.
I am.
I got 3 doors. I can't work with any of them.
But, and Randy, I know you're an entrepreneur. Craig, you're an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs have a lot of ideas.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
They're not all necessarily
Good ideas.
Right.
Yeah.
What was one of your ideas?
One of my ideas is a food truck. I saw a great movie called Chef, a giant pharaoh. A neat movie about father and son buying a food truck.
Now, everybody out there loves a food truck.
Everybody
People
loves a
love
food
everyone
truck.
loves
They
food
love the food
trucks.
truck experience, though.
Yes.
Right? What were you thinking of making?
I think a barbecue.
I love it.
So we're thinking, what could we make? Where would we put it? But we ran into a problem.
We can't cook. And we can't eat it.
You can eat,
Good at
but
eat,
you
right,
can't
yeah.
cook. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem.
But right before Thanksgiving, in 2016, John, you had your eureka moment and said,
I said I want to sell crazy socks.
and so what this
That's
was
exactly what I said. Let's sell crazy socks.
exactly it. And he didn't just blurt that out. You had the name,
I got a name, actual website, a couple ideas.
right?
And your first design ideas you had?
Well, at first, the first thing was we decided to test the idea. Let's go the lean startup route. So we eschewed the the detailed business plan.
Mm-hmm.
So we built a website,
Mm-hmm.
got a little bit of inventory. When we started, we were only selling other people's socks.
You weren't manufacturing your own.
Nope.
Okay.
And, and that was an interesting deal.
I can only
Because
imagine.
There was a catch-22.
What was that?
People wouldn't sell to us until we demonstrated we had customers.
Hmm.
Well, how do we get customers
If
you
I don't
won't
have
sell to-
product,
Right.
Right.
Chicken or the egg.
And then the only marketing we did to start, we set up a Facebook page,
Uh-huh.
and I would take out my cell phone, and we made videos. And who was in those videos?
I talk about socks. Socks, more socks.
All kinds of socks.
Yes.
So we opened in mid-December of
2016.
2016 just to test the idea. The very first day, we got 42 orders.
Wow.
And most of them were local, which made sense. We lived in Huntington.
And you were in
he's
your
the
own
school.
online. You were in your own little bubble.
So how did we deliver those first orders?
I hope delivery. We got a red box like that one. And I love a car. And
And what'd you put in the boxes?
I buy socks, candy, and chicken I wrote.
And we loaded up the car, drove around, and you knocked on doors delivering socks.
I did.
That's amazing.
And people were thrilled when you came to the house,
Loved it.
excited.
Absolutely.
Taking pictures, and then they're sharing it. We had people ordering again just to get John to come back to
I
their
love
door.
it. I love it.
So that was what, 2016?
So in 2 weeks, like leading up to Christmas, we
Right.
shipped 452 orders, and we knew
That you had something.
we had some. We didn't know how big it would grow.
And at
we
that
didn't
point,
know how
though,
fast.
the socks were not your socks. You were you were a
just selling
distributor,
others.
kind of.
So
Right.
would you say that within the first year that you realized like, wow, we did something and it's making an impression already? Or what
We knew
was the
that-
moment that you were like, wow, this is really catching on
We knew that right away
right away?
because we got a very emotional response from people, and you could see the impact it was
That was
making.
having.
Wow.
Then we hit January, and we learned firsthand nobody buys anything in January
January's a month that
because they spent all
they're
their money.
paying their credit card bills, right?
And that's when we started. That's when we started making our own socks because we're trying to figure out what can we do to
And
get
what's our
attention.
identity,
Right,
right?
right.
What's our point
Well,
of
we
differential?
knew all along, right? What's our mission,
A spring happiness.
right? And John
Spreading happiness.
John knew that
happiness.
in the beginning. That's when we discover that people wear crazy socks to celebrate World Down Syndrome Day.
I didn't know that. That's
I had no
You
idea.
would have thought we knew that ahead of time.
right, but you just
We're
fell
not
into
that
it.
smart.
Right. Well, we realized that when you were going to do a food truck that you couldn't.
So when's World Down Syndrome Day?
March 21st.
March 21st.
Because the way you get Down syndrome is you have an extra chromosome. All of us humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes.
Mm-hmm.
People with Down syndrome have 3 21st chromosomes. It's
3 of them.
3. It's trisomy 21. What do you call it?
I call it an extra love.
An extra love. It is.
Extra love.
I love it.
So we go looking for a Down syndrome themed sock. Nobody in the world made one.
So this is a real event,
Right.
but there's no socks
Nobody
branded.
Right. Even though people wear crazy socks to celebrate
Right,
it.
right, right.
And what you say?
I said I want to create one. I want to make one. I created a very first own Down.
I love it.
He designed that.
sock.
And then we called up 2 organizations, the National Down Syndrome Society and a local group, ACDS, said, we're going to sell this sock and we're going to give you money from every pair of socks we sell. And they said,
Who are you?
Yeah. What are you doing?
you know,
That's fun.
but that's when it started taking off. And that first year,
That's incredible.
we boomed because we had a few viral experiences. Watch what you ask for. You may get it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because our first viral experience, we went from doing about 40 orders a day to over 1,000 orders a day.
So was there a video or a message that John put out that got traction? Is that what happened?
Here's what happened. At the end of February, we sent out our first press release. Like I didn't want media attention until we got infrastructure in place.
Right.
And an online journal called The Mighty picked it up, and they did an interview with us. It was an email interview. We never spoke to them.
Right.
And on the first Saturday in March, and it was pretty funny, we did a pop-up shop in Huntington at Rust and Gold, Frank Antonetti's place.
Right.
That was great fun. And that afternoon or that evening, you wanted to have dinner. Where'd you want to eat?
At a meatball place.
The meatball place
I know the meatball place.
out in Patchogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it.
So we're driving out to Patchogue, and all of a sudden, as the kids would say, my phone starts blowing up. So our store is built on the Shopify platform.
Right. Right.
And by default, if you have an app and it gives a little cha-ching sound
To
every
let you
time
know
get
it's
a
something's
sale.
going through.
All of a sudden, cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? And in my hubris, I'm sitting there telling John, well, it must be the SEO work, obviously.
Right. Wow, am I killing out there?
And I'm looking at our Google Analytics and Shopify stats, and where's it coming from? Well, it turned out that online journal
Wow.
made a video. They didn't shoot anything. They just took pictures and made a slideshow video.
And that was enough.
The last I looked at had 22 million views.
And that is still up today?
It's still up today. And that blew up. So we,
Wow.
and it was crazy. I mean, it was some good fortune
Yeah, of course.
because we were operating out of this old house that had been converted to office space in Huntington Village. I was just about to sign a renewal when this happened. Thank God I didn't.
Yeah, because you would have.
Yeah, it would have been.
Because we needed quickly
need
to move
space.
to a warehouse. But to give you an idea of what it was like, one night I go to Best Buy to buy 2 more computers so we could have more packing stations. And I convinced 2 of their employees to come work for us.
I love
the
it.
next day.
I love it. You know what I think is amazing, besides what you're doing, but the story from an entrepreneurial standpoint is fantastic
Amazing.
because we all face different hurdles, and this is a big hurdle.
Yeah.
And John took the bull by the horns and created a brand, created something that's helping people, that's inspiring people, and is making a change. Absolutely amazing.
Well,
what a
he-
story.
If you're just tuning in to B2B with Randy and
loves this,
Craig
he loves
on WBAB 102.3, Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts, we are sitting with Mark and John of John's Crazy Socks. Now, I have every week a $1 million question, and for you, I have a 2-parter.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's scary.
Okay.
This will go down.
This is
on
going
our
to be a
permanent record.
2-parter, right? Very important. So, number 1, part A. In all your time so far, since 2016, who is the person or people or company that you are most excited to make a sock for? And part 2, what celebrity would you love to make a pair of socks for?
Well, the person that made the biggest difference, only because it got so much attention,
Mm-hmm.
you had become sock buddies with whom?
Yeah, the father of George H.W. Bush.
President Bush.
President Bush.
So we had
President
seen
Bush.
in
Yeah.
2017, Bush the elder saw an article about how he loved wearing crazy, colorful socks. And what do you say?
I said I want to say about the socks, and I saw him. I saw him. He loved crazy socks, and also his office call
Well,
back.
you sent him.
I
some-
sent him.
sent
I
the
sent him back the
socks?
because
socks.
John says that a lot. Let's send him some socks.
Yes.
Just send him some socks.
But then his office called, asked for more socks. We sent him more. Then what did he send you?
He sent me a nice family letter, and he sent me the socks that USO socks.
And then the President Bush started tweeting out pictures
Of him wearing the socks?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
and talking about how he signed
So
the
this is
ADA.
no joke. John's crazy socks are being worn by presidents,
presidents.
Oh.
ex-presidents.
We've been both Bushes, Clinton, Biden, Prime Minister Trudeau in Canada. has
Wow.
worn them.
Wow.
But it gets what really pushed it over the edge was
When I put them on.
in April of 2018, President Bush's wife, Barbara Bush, passed away.
Yes.
We get a phone call from his office saying the president and the family want to wear socks to honor her commitment to literacy.
Oh, man.
We overnight some socks. Okay.
Amazing.
The day of her funeral, which was broadcast on CNN, Fox,
Everywhere.
right?
Of course.
The only communication he had with the world was to tweet out a picture of the socks he was wearing.
Wow.
So
Did he call out John's?
he did not, but he didn't have to.
No.
People put
People
it
knew.
together. It was kind of funny. We were down in West Virginia
Yeah.
speaking at a conference, and all of a sudden, again, the phone is blowing
Going
up,
crazy.
and we're getting phone calls from every media outlet. We got to get you on this week. So we spent the week.
This is coming off the socks from Barbara Bush's,
Yes.
and then they were grabbing you saying, "Hey, we
Yes.
want to
so
interview."
that got tremendous
Right.
attention. And then at the end of that year, when President Bush passed away, that all came back up again.
Of course.
But there's a lesson there. I'll come back to your question B, and you know it, Greg, from the video and the promotion you do.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell what's going to blow up.
There's no way. You
So
don't know.
we've had two in particular viral experiences. I already described one.
Right.
Second one, we did an interview with the BBC. It was a Skype interview, nothing special. They cut up a little piece of that, put that out. Okay.
Mm.
That got over 40 million views.
Just because you just don't know. This is going to be your biggest viral, by the way. When we
Yeah.
cut this
Well,
up,
yeah, oh,
this,
yeah.
John, get ready.
But by comparison,
Strap, buckle up.
we've had a whole bunch of the major news networks come in and do shows.
Mm.
The largest team you see has 4 people. A reporter, a producer, a camera person, a sound person.
Right.
Both Microsoft and Google came to do videos with us. And you see who has the money in the world.
Mhm.
They both showed up with over 20 people,
Yeah.
including hair and makeup, catering.
A guy to hold a screen.
With this
so the
guy's hair, with
shade-
John's hair, they need to set hair and makeup.
Yeah.
This kid, he has some hairstyle.
They both made gorgeous videos that they promoted.
Did not go viral.
Nope.
Yeah, you never know, like you said. So I got to ask people listening. Our listeners are twofold. There's people that are trying to figure out what they could do next, and our stories, your stories, inspire them. And there's people home that want to buy socks or listening. So my first question is, how does somebody get a hold of you to purchase your socks?
I'll go at johnscrazysocks.com.
John'sCrazySocks.com, and I can see all the different designs. And can I do custom socks?
Yes. When you get custom socks, we sent to my mom, Carol. She's a mama bear.
Go through
she goes
the
to our website, everything.
And we made custom socks. We've made them for Google, for IBM.
Yeah.
This past week, we did an event with the Long Island Railroad.
Love it.
Because we made socks for their school safety program. And what's cool is on the bottom of the socks, there are tracks that are raised
Rigid, so you can.
so that they're non-skid
So
socks.
now your socks have grown to almost like you're making slippers, almost slipper
Well, but
socks.
think about it. People are always giving out branded stuff.
Yes,
We have enough T-shirts and coffee mugs. But the socks,
you never have enough socks.
if you give out socks to your customers or to your suppliers or your staff, every time they put those socks, first they're going to wear the socks.
Of course,
And second, every time they put them on, they're going to think of you.
100%. So I can purchase socks for myself. I can purchase socks for gifts. I could purchase socks for my business as giveaways.
Right.
All at johnscrazysocks.com.
And if you want to see us on social media, John's Crazy Socks are available, every social media
Oh, it's
platform.
not- right.
You love dancing on TikTok, right?
I do.
He loves dancing on TikTok.
I
You guys should
do.
dance together.
What's one of the things you do every Tuesday?
Oh, yeah. Every Tuesday, I host I online dance party every Tuesday at 3 p.m.
And how do we get that? How does somebody find you?
I can find me that I'll go through the website.
On the John's Crazy Socks website.
Yeah,
you sign up,
I can sign up
but
with
there's
the
a
link
Zoom
and buy it.
session.
That sounds terrific.
So someone at home, might have a quote unquote right disability, and I like to say is that our disabilities don't define us. In some cases, we use them as our superpower. Me, I have ADHD, and when I edit, I use that as my superpower. I'm like, if I'm getting bored at this, the people at home are getting bored at this. Would you agree? Disagree?
Well, we use the term differing ability because that's all it is.
Agreed.
Is we have different strengths. Like you have Down syndrome, but what do you say about Down syndrome?
All right. I have Down syndrome. Down syndrome, and never hold me back.
We have people, more than half of our colleagues have a differing ability.
Right.
Here's a small example. So we used to outsource cleaning our office. We moved that in. Get a person with autism to clean your office.
Give them an opportunity.
You want somebody who pays attention to detail?
It'll be spotless.
Right.
It'll be spotless.
But here's kind of a way to think about it. There's an educational theorist named Howard Gardner.
Mm-hmm.
He says we have 7 different types of intelligence. In school, we measure 2, verbal and analytical. But we have a social intelligence. 100%. We have a physical intelligence. We have a management intelligence. And when he does his profiles, he uses bar charts.
Right.
You might be strong in one area, not strong in another. I think of my partner here having like 400 distinct intelligences. In some things, he's very
Off the
like
charts,
a 2-year-old.
right.
And other things, off the charts.
Yeah, I
right?
get it.
We don't ask John to do our finances. But 4,000 people, more than 4,000 people have taken a tour of our operation from John, and nobody gives a better tour.
I can imagine. I get
Right,
it.
buddy?
Strengths and weak
Yes.
strengths. You got to know your strengths.
Right.
John, what's in the box? Can we see?
Sure.
It's a beautiful red box for those on the radio, and it has the branding on it.
It's got
I'm sorry. I just caught a little fan.
It's okay, but what is that? What goes in every package?
This card is a sticky note I wrote.
You have a thank you note from John. and on
Personal
the
note
back
from John.
is the story of John's Crazy Socks.
Love it.
And you get a discount code.
For
What
next
else
time
goes
around.
in?
Oh yeah, every packet we're putting candy in.
Dum Dum Pops,
I
Right.
love Dum
which
Dum.
everybody
That's-
loves.
That's a story. This is an entrepreneurial thing. So when we first started, what candy did we put in?
We started 100 Kisses, and
Everybody loved
everybody loved. Except
until
we got an email from the woman down south in Florida. You don't want to put it on chocolate. I done to the south.
My socks are full of chocolate. You got your chocolate in my sock.
but there's kind of more. Then we wound up settling on Skittles, and we sent out over 300,000 packages of Skittles. And all the time I'm knocking on different doors at the Mars Corporation saying we should work together.
Yeah.
Finally, we speak to the right executive who listens. Oh, I love the story. I love what you guys are doing. But, we already have partnerships with NASCAR and the NFL. So,
We're not interested.
We're not
is it?
interested.
All right.
okay. So I'm not going to buy Skittles anymore. And our Lord of the Socks, that's who runs our warehouse, he finds a new candy supplier, the
Dum Dum
lollipops.
Pops.
Right? And we were spending 26 cents a package for Skittles. These are about 5 cents each.
Love it. Love
No problem. This means we can give out multiple ones to say one for you, and who's the other one for?
One to give to the friend.
it. Got it. They could share.
Nice.
They could share. I love it.
But we have business partners who looked at this and said, no.
We're not spending the money. One lollipop.
One lollipop. And the people complain, well, no.
Well.
And then I realized, if I got to explain to you why 2 lollipops, and so
Yeah,
we're
that's
kind of
not-
we're dissolving that
yeah.
relationship,
That relationship doesn't work.
right? And because they weren't wrong, you just have to know who you are,
Right.
It wasn't about being right or wrong.
right?
That's not what it was. It was the culture you're trying to, when you open that box up, the feeling of gratitude and everything.
Well, Right? We're spreading happiness. What do you say are the keys to happiness?
It's gratitude to others.
I love it. I
true.
love it. I got to tell you, I could speak to you guys all day. I love the sock conversation. Problem is, BAB will not let me speak to you all day. So with that being said, I'd love to have you guys back. But before we go, one more time, johnscrazysocks.com.
Right.
It's socks.
Socks.
Socks.com. Custom socks. They have socks already out there. You can get socks for your business to give out. John does a dance party every
3 o'clock.
on Tuesdays.
Yes.
And if someone wants to get a hold of me, I'm the only Mark X Cronin on LinkedIn.
The only one. You're
Only
it.
one.
That's why I use the middle initial.
I
X.
love it. X, smart. So that's how they get a hold of you. So if they want to book a speaking event,
Or they can
want-
go through the website.
or they can go
yeah.
to the website. But we can book speaking events. We can have John come in and tell his journey, schools, businesses.
We you know, with the custom socks, if we're here on Long Island, John delivers the socks.
Bingo.
And we do
John,
events with companies. And
I love what you're doing. Keep it up.
Thank
You're
you.
an inspiration. And I got to tell you, more important than that, you're always smiling, which I love. Love, love, love. I can't thank you guys enough for coming on. Craig, take us home.
Well, from B2B with Randy and Craig, that's a wrap.